Okay. Oh, Brambleberry's already here. Welcome. I'm going to switch on over to this. Oh, no, this one. There we go. Dralkin is here. Welcome. So, I have Creation Kit open, but my main focus is to sort of get everything in a plan. Perfect timing. Looks like the chat box is being silly, so I'm just going to fix the chat box really quick. Okay. Leading up to 6.6.3, I want to just keep everything straight in my head. So I added a tab to the bug tracker changelog document. Probably just call it a change tracker, but whatever, it's a bug tracking spreadsheet. And I'm just gonna like put everything that I have planned for each snapshot and then ultimately 6.6.3, because I just want everything to be straight and narrow in my brain. So let's look at, I'm just going to summarize what 6.6.2 there's updated meshes, so I guess integrate item appearance updates, which I have done. All constellations, add new all constellations, archive, that's something that I can do. What am I looking at? Link to the Past will be next one. I'm actually gonna do that right now. I'll make one over here for 6.6.2b. New water rod, add royal broadsword, and royal guard. Yeah, these, what are they? Like bombos. So Dralkin updated the appearances for these, and then there was also the new one that was actually a beta element, for Link to the Past, and we're calling it Cryos because it was a big Chungus. It's going to be a big Chungus frost explosion. Yeah, so let me drag this over. There's the picture of Cryos. One of the old ones. And I know Dralkin posted a picture of it at some point. But I'm not going to worry too much about it because I have things to note for my own thoughts. Okay. It's, yeah, I think it's from Art and Artifacts. Okay, so that will be point 2B. I'm going to look through to see if there's anything else. New wall constellations, bug fixes I'm not worried about. Updated information, added Royal Guard broadsword. Application for broadsword. Okay. So the goal for 6.6.2.A is the magic mirror, but not the entire magic mirror. Just 3 locations for the magic mirror. I'll leave a little space so I can easily new items, displays. I think generally speaking I can safely put new item displays at the top because that's always going to happen. New item displays, no. New item displays. Yeah, it is. That's the way it is. Yeah. But now in Relics of Hyrule we'll have all 7. That's a different set of medallions. Yeah, so I'll click on this link here. Yeah, so this is what Dralkin made for the new the new looks for the medallions, to just give them their own dedicated meshes. And there's Cryos at the bottom, and then he also made the Sage medallions, which I will eventually integrate. That is an overarching goal. Like, that's a big goal. Like, that's big. Like, that's down the line. Like, that's probably like 6.6.4 or something. So we'll get those eventually. Trademark. Okay, Krau's medallion and rune. New link to the past medallions. Appearance. Add 3 shadow pockets. I did the water temple, the forest temple, and the fire temple. So spirit temple, shadow temple. For spirit temple, shadow temple. Forest, fire, water. Spirit, shadow. And the 6th, oh yeah. The light temple. So then 6.C would be more shadow pockets. So I figured out that I needed, this would be 6. I figured out the calculations and I should have wrote them down. I may have written them down somewhere. But if there's 80 page... Alexa, stop! Someone's... Sorry, that was a knee-jerk reaction. Someone's Amazon thingy probably just freaked out. I had a timer. I think I have to make 12 total. I wrote it down somewhere. Because it's... Oh yeah, for all the ruptured towers. So... Okay, I'm not gonna plan that. Okay, shadow pockets for ruptured towers, doubt, fear, anguish, loss. I'll do loss. Misery. Grief already has one. Guilt, rage. Guilt, rage, crisis, triforce. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. And 80 divided by 14. Yeah, so it's like... I've been doing like 4 or 5 pages per pocket. So... Oh yeah, and then there was going to be one for one of the Forgotten Islands. So it's actually 15. I think I got it down to 4 or 5 instead of 5 or 6. So let's say 16. That would get it down to 5. Alright. 2 Forgotten Islands. Okay, so... So if I need to do 16 total, I could get them done in 4 snapshots if I do 4 for each snapshot. So I think I might have to do another one. Shadow pockets for doubt, anguish. Oh wait, hang on. I'll probably do the Forgotten Islands with these. Doubt, anguish, fear, loss, misery. I don't think loss will have one. Loss will probably just have loss bonus location. Doubt. No. Yeah, the way that the script is set for the archive, it is pretty locked. The display crystals, I can't make them, like, the way that they're set right now, like, yeah, it would be too much work to do that, because they're barely held together as is. I had to do a lot of finagling to make them report what was missing. Like, at this point, I think that script is pretty much set, and I can barely... There's barely any room for anything else in there. So it'll have to be suffice. It'll have to just suffice to be able to put stuff into the cubes and then pick it up from the cubes. It's a little tedious, but it works, and it's just the way it'll have to be. Misery, okay. Oh, I forgot about grief. Oh, and there is already one for grief. What am I talking about? There's one for grief already. Guilt. Rage. Crisis. Okay, so my plan is like 4 snapshots at least for 6.6.2. I'm actually going to close my Discord window because I don't want to be distracted. I'm going to be right back. I had to put some pasta away. I think it's cooled down enough to put back in the fridge. The thrills of home life. Trying to figure out whether the pasta is cold enough to put it in the fridge without breeding bacteria. I'm sure it's fine. Okay. New item displays. Every snapshot will have one of those. Okay, so for 6.6.2.a, I'll have to add another shadow pocket to correspond with one of the Forgotten Islands, just to sort of make it set. I can get rid of that. And I can probably decide what those will be, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's look at the ideas sheet, because... Oh, I need to make Minish dungeons. I need to make at least... one Minish dungeon. Because I need 4 Minish dungeons. Yeah, there's 4 Minish dungeons currently in it, and I need to add 4 more. Would it be possible to have peer gems into the next and the previous and next halls in each hall on either side of the one to cycle without having to load into the hub between each hall? That would be possible. They're just doors, but it would look cluttered. Especially with the Hall of Memories. The Hall of Memories, you go in, and there's already like 6 peer gems that warp you to the different sectors of the Hall of Memories, because the Hall of Memories is gigantic. So then the Hall of Memories would have the main one that goes back to the original, the hub, and then there would be one for the Hall of Prevalence or whatever, and one for the Hall of Life or Literature or whatever, and then there would be the 6 for the sub. It would just look too cluttered. Plus, there's the storage cube for each hall. I just feel like it would be too cluttered. And I don't think it's necessary. That's something that if someone was desperate for it, they could make their own patch, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. Dungeon. I need more pictographs. Dungeons, Shadow Pockets, Pin Dungeons. Okay, that's all set for all those. Oh, I need to add those. New displays. Diminished dungeons. All right. I was going to open the ideas spreadsheet. Because I need to look at confirmations to see what other things I could integrate, because the Shadow Pockets are great, but they need like lore. And I also need to the Forgotten. That's right, I forgot about the Forgotten Cave and Kakariko Village. They can have Shadow Pockets too. I added those in. That would be 18. So that would end up working. Alright, here's what I'll do. Yeah, because that is how many I would need in order for everything to have 4 or 5. Yeah. Because that would... 80 divided by 18 brings me to 4.4. So... that doesn't help. 0.4... So... I'll have to figure out which ones need an extra page. How many of them need extra pages? That's something I'll... Okay, let's see here. If there are 18... Okay. 8 need 5? Well, that was quick. 8 would need 5. Okay. Let's see which ones already have 5. Yeah, it's 80 pages total. So we have 3 so far. Let me look at the page list. So Marsh 4. That one blacked out. I don't know. Oh, I put a... Okay, yeah. I put a bar there because that's where it ends. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 for Little Marsh. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Rock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we already have 1 with 5. Woods already has 5. So I will just bold that one. So 8 need 5. It would make sense for... Yeah. It would make sense for the ones in... Okay. These should definitely have extras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do one for the Light Temple. 7. Oh, actually, the Forgotten Islands come late in the game anyway. 7, 8. There we go. So those are the 8 that we'll have. 5. Okay, so let's look at the ideas spreadsheet to see what I want to integrate. Pictograph rune I need to finish for 6.6.2.a. Hyrule lore, craftable spell tomes. I can do more of that. Double check to make sure that's actually done. See if the magic circlet. Okay, it is not integrated yet. Location for magic circlet. Okay. Oh yeah, I was planning on. Okay, allocation for magic circlet. Forgotten island. That was my plan. Damn it. I think I already... changed the demon script on this chest. I did, okay. Oh yeah, I already made a list for the Lens of Truth pictograph runes. Oh, the Minas Mage's cap. I have to add that. Right. So I have to add the Mage's cap in order for all these other ones to work. Mage's cap. Finish Mage's cap. Okay. So it's red with a little happy gem. What the heck is a gnat hat? Okay, so it's similar in appearance to that. It's a red hat with a yellow brim. It looks like sort of like a hat integrated with a circlet. According to this, the Mage's cap is a wish-granting hat. But the Gnat hat shrinks. They look similar. But I kind of like Minish Mage. Well, okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm reading that on this that this is Vati's hat. In Relics of Hyrule, I could call it the Minish Mage's cap. It will not grant wishes in Relics of Hyrule. It will not be that powerful, so it's more similar to the Gnat hat. So the question is, should it be called the Gnat hat in Relics of Hyrule, or should it be called the Minish Mage's cap? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, Minish Mages sound better. That's what I'm thinking, because it's more generic. And it tells you this is for Minish dungeons in the name. So I think I'm going to keep that name, even though it's not like, you know, like, correct according to canon. I'm going to throw canon out the window and launch it out of a cannon. So then, the Minish Mage's cap well, the description is going to say what it does. So it'll be a cap, and it'll say this cap allows the wearer to shrink down and do blah blah. But the more important question is what it will look like, not what it will do or what its name is, because that's already been decided. We have the Goron cap. I could change the texture so that it has a yellow brim and a brighter red coloring and a gem. I could add a gem. I could integrate a circlet into it. Another option is for someone to make a Minish Mage's cap model. But I need to integrate it for 6.6.2.a because it will be necessary to access these new Minish dungeons. At the very least, I need a Mage's cap model. I don't care if, like, you know, a hat overhaul is not a huge priority in my opinion. Work on that at your own pace. I'm not gonna try to fast track the whole overhaul. I just need the Mage's cap. So pretty much that's the only new model that I would currently, the only for 6.6.2.8, that's the only model I need. And once I have that, then I can sort of like cap, pun intended, the update and just work on it. So then I could do the rest of the Minish dungeons. Okay, so these will be later. All of this stuff is later. You just can't. Great Fairy Mask. Yeah. I just remembered, I'm pretty sure we have a Deku Mask model. Actually, Minish built structure to house the element. So my plan with the ones housing the elements, they are not so much Minish shrines. They're going to be similar to the existing ones, I think. I may be playing the Minish Cap by the time I get to these things. I don't have any plans right now. Like I have ideas of, but I want to make them normal Minish dungeons, just like on a different scale. So I want to do ones that are normal, and I want to do ones that are really, really tiny, different from the 50 times scale that is normal. Like, I'm just gonna play it by ear. I'm not gonna try to force anything out of it. I'm gonna work on the Deku Mask for 6.6.2.B. One takes place in the rafters of a house. That could work. I'm just gonna jot down magic rings. I do want to integrate magic rings. Mesh. Puff stools. I've been wanting to add those for a while. Mage's cap. Where's there's rafters of a house. Another one I was considering was a bookshelf. I want to do an homage to Jabu Jabu's belly with a Minish dungeon. It's not going to be forged, it's going to be found. I probably actually will have to add another Minish dungeon, or it could be in a shadow pocket. So the magic mirror currently requires that you complete all 3 major dungeons and reach the Shattered Lands, because the pieces of glass are scattered around Skyrim in various locations, but then there's one that's going to be in the Shattered Lands. So the magic mirror requires the Song of Time and completion of the 3 major dungeons. I don't think it would be a bad thing to lock the Four Sword behind the magic mirror, because that requires then that you complete the 3 major dungeons, and that's just gonna happen regardless. I do like the idea of the gargantuan slaughterfish being the Jabu Jabu thing, because I feel like that that could add some interest, some intrigue, or that would add some interesting flavor to more Withershall, so like it would encourage people to come back. The only other option for the location of the Minish cap, would be a Minish dungeon inside a Minish dungeon. Like you find a Minish dungeon, and then you find the Mage's Cap, and then you go in further to find a key to get out, or something like that. see what else I can. The compass. I wanted to add that, but I think that'll have to wait for another update. Ancient arrows. I need to finish. I might. I think that's how you spell it. Shika. Yeah. Let's see. See what else I could add. I kind of want to. I want to test boomerangs. So I might do that here. Goron robes, Farron robes, Uka robe, Blue ring, Sora dark, Elden. So we... Yeah, Creation Kit will do that. I can only load like 1 or 2 archive cells before Creation Kit throws a fit. Elden Uka, so we need Lanayru. I want to add more. I might do that here. We need Lanayru robes, Yeti robes, fairy robes. Kokiri? Ah, Kokiri robe, why not? Just generic Hylian robes. Silver robes are already in. Ikana robes are already... I thought they were already in, but I guess they're not. Ikana robes. Let's see here. Woodfall robes. Guess that's it. Okay. Those are the only ones that are missing. That's 7. It's not bad. Oh, Subrosion. I think I'll do detect life or death on block. Nah, I'll keep that alone. Haven't gotten there yet. Oh, jeez. What am I doing? Magic powder. Magic powder. The magic mirror is happening. These I'm very excited about. We have them. They're ready for prime time, but they have a whole like setup that they're part of. Like they're tied with the Sage medallions, like, and the Pendants of Virtue. They're all connected. Souls and gills. Oh, what is this? Trap resource. Trap resource whip. Oh, there's already... Oh, that's helpful. Like, that's a hand. Like, I think we already have the Floor Masters, because that is a hand. And that's a root, which I could take that too for the tree stuff. Dead hand is not happening. I don't know if he's in the... if he's not, I should add him because Dead Hand keeps coming up. It's just not feasible. I think I might add him because he keeps coming up. Hasn't been officially rejected, but it's just not feasible. So in the Forest Temple, it's different. In the Forest Temple, it's and actually in Doubt and in the Forest Temple, we have these, which are retextured. Hang on. Where the heck are they? I know they're in... No, I swear that was it. The Baba root. We have these. So they're retextured tentacles that look like roots, but they don't have all the branches. The other one that I was just looking at, this one... not that one. That's a bug. That has branches and stuff on it, so like it would be a little different kind of version of that. I'm just adding Dead Hand here. this is a decent plan for now. The big question, and I might pose this to the Discord as a whole, if there's anything that people have been waiting for a very long time that I've confirmed, not like, oh, I wish this was in the mod, but like something that I have confirmed that people have been waiting for a very long time, so that I can work on like fast tracking it. Oh, the lightning rod. Oh, the lightning rod. I need to add that. I need to look to see if there's anything. 6.6.3. Yeah, so lightning rod will be fine. Dark mirror guard, so I'll have to figure that out. Lightning rod. Terminal lore. Yeah. Terminal lore is coming. Rework of Hardy Chest. Oh, yeah. The Lion's Key. Okay, Luminous Stone Lantern. I can put that on the list for 6.6.3. Actually, boomerangs are being hard enough for that one. Luminous Stone Lantern. Hardy Chest Dungeon. Lion's Key. It is in. Cane of Patchy is in, but it doesn't turn things upside down. It launches them up. Sort of like Cyclone. It is not possible to make things turn upside down. So its effect is inspired by what you do, what happens when you use the Cane of Patchy on a hole. So people just go whoop. Zols and Gells I need to add, which should be easy to do. Puff stools, something I want to do. Diminished expansion as I'm doing Magic Mirror is a big part of 6.6.3. Spellbook will have to wait. Moblins, that's another thing that'll have to wait. Calamity Ganon, that's happening. Calamity Ganon lore is definitively happening in 6.6.3. In fact, it's already been written. There was talk of the Book of Mudora. It's in the idea spreadsheet. I just need to find it. So it's it's something that I'm considering. It's something I'm considering, but it's not like... It's not like set yet. It's just something that I'm thinking about. Outset. Just looking here to make sure, because I'm pretty sure... This is the... I guess not. Yeah, it is in, but it's not called. Yeah, I was just checking. I was double checking because it's not called Oshus's sword in the mod, so I'll update that. And it's not called Oshus's sword. It was added in 6.6.2. I think. Hang on. Edit outset sword. Yeah, 6.6.2. That is another thing that'll have to wait. The unicorn flute has to wait. I'm trying to make 6.6.3 relatively small so I can have it out by by the end of 2023, because I don't want to spend so much time between updates. I want to do the unicorn flute, but the unicorn flute requires a lot of other stuff that I'm doing, so all of this other stuff has to go first, and then the unicorn flute will come into being. So that means I have to update this chart, because when it finally went up from 14 to 24, it was actually 25. Yeah, Spirit Flute will have to wait. I'll just put beyond. The music boxes also have to wait. I don't know when they'll happen, but I have worked on them. Okay, Spirit Flute, yeah. It's all part of the plan. Music boxes. Scarecrows. So that's something, these are all things that I've wanted to do. Yeah, the Howling Stones are part of the... But that requires a lot of sound work and everything, so... It's all planned. I'm just trying to limit myself so that it doesn't take a billion years to make an update. Oh yeah, spiritual stones. Yeah, the temple expansions are going to be huge. That's going to be this gigantic undertaking. Yeah, it would be the temple expansions, there would be 6. One for each medallion, and then there's 6 for each spiritual stone and each pendant of virtue. Or there's 3 for each. There's 12 total. So yeah, it would be a huge undertaking. There's a lot of stuff, like that's gonna be huge. Like that's probably gonna be a focus of 6.6.4 will probably be the temple update. I think I'll just put light. Oh man, I have to add the light force. Yeah, for the temple, Alright. There's just so much. model for the ghost ship. Oh, the compass. That's something I've wanted to do for a while, but there's no use for any new... Oh, the new Forgotten Islands I've been wanting to add. Those have sort of gotten put on a back burner. I don't want to add too much because that's already happening with 6.6.3 unless I wanted to do yet another snapshot. I feel like that would be too much to add because the compass, the whole point of the compass in Relics of Hyrule is to add the new, it would be better to do that in like the snapshots for 6.6.3 because then I could add the new islands more so why does the Lion Key need to be with the compass? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know. That would definitely save me effort if I pushed that Lion Key to 6.6.3 snapshot. Because then I wouldn't have to develop that while I'm also developing 6 other locations. So I might as well push that to here. Yeah, I have no idea anymore. I've lost track of everything. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it is in there. Yep. Yep, it's in there. Alright. My brain is fried. I've made a plan that I can work toward. So now I have this plan so that I don't get overwhelmed. Because it's gotten to a point where there's just so much for Relics of Hyrule that I open Creation Kit and I'm like, what do I work on? And I just can't think of anything to work on. There's so much. It's like Three Stooges syndrome. That's 6.7. So I'll just have to go through these, the confirmations, just to put a... Yeah, the archive was absolutely nuts. I'm not adding any more, like, huge halls to the archive. At some point, the Hall of Memories might need a new one, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. The archive is now finally just part of it. All this other stuff, like, because of the archive, it kept getting pushed back. So now I'm here, and I'm like, whoop. Oh god, the Empress Sword. Ooh. Here's what I'm gonna do. it was supposed to be part of 6.6.3, not 6.6.4. It's low rule. Okay, well here's what I'm gonna do. Hang on. Get this out of here. D? Yeah. Nope. 6.6.3.D snapshot. I'm just gonna put Empress Sword there. Like, because that's gonna be big, and that's gonna be an undertaking. It's gonna take a lot of it's gonna take a lot of preparation. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. So 6.6.2D. All right. Yeah, that's all I wanted to do was just nail stuff down. I really want to do those music boxes. Yeah, that'll be 6.6.3. Reason I can't do skeletal hands. That would be 6.4. Probably not, because the elements are needed, just like they're needed for crafting the four sword, just like the season gems don't have a purpose other than crafting. Guardians, that's something. Wanted to do Deku Mask 6.6.2. Magic Rings, Magic Mirror 6.3. 6.6.3. Mask of Sense. Arcana Weapons. Spellbook. Unicorn Flute. 6.6.4. Rose. Okay. I want to try boomerangs. Testing 6.6.2. C. Okay. That's all squared away. Probably after the stream I will put up a like a notice in Relics of Hyrule ideas. If there's anything in actually, you know what? A long time ago I did a vote. I made a vote for stuff that was in unlikely and likely for people to vote on ideas that they wanted to see. I might do that again just to sort of prioritize different things. There's a lot of stuff. There's so much stuff. Yeah, you have to refinalize the nav mesh. I'm just looking at damage magical region. Okay, I have an idea. Because I'm definitely very intrigued by the idea of doppels. So I'm going to work on that a little bit. I think I'm going to work on that. Aiming for this. I'm very intrigued by them. I'm going to attempt them. I'm not going to move them yet. Damage heal rate, damage magic rate. And should also damage magic. So that there's no, they have no magic. They can't cast spells. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, man. The way the Hall of Monsters is currently set up was pretty... So, I think I can safely say, without a shadow of a doubt, that I really do not want to deal with the archive. I don't want to perfect it. I don't want to fine-tune it. I don't want to go back in and redo all the displays to make them look quote-unquote better. It's kind of glitchy the way it's set up because you have to activate the crystal, and sometimes the mannequins, they jump back, but like making the archive was hell. It was so difficult, and I worked on it for like a year, more than a year, and like I got it working, and I really do not want to have to go back and redo most of the Hall of Monsters. I just can't. I just can't do it. I can't go back. Okay, thank you, AVG. Like, I just can't. I can't. So, like, pretty much there's some room for quality of life changes, but virtually any concept that anyone has to improve the archive in any way, I just don't have it in me. Like, I just don't. Yeah, pretty much nothing. Nothing is easy to make changes to. Absolutely nothing. So if you're thinking this could be better in the archive, I just can't. No matter what it is. If it's something like changing a message, that's easy. Changing a message would be easy. If like a display is embedded, like Wolfo's claw was stuck in the table and couldn't come out, that's an easy fix. And if something's like game breaking or something's like really wrong, like the Stalfos are walking around the Hall of Monsters, obviously that's not intentional. Bugs, that's one thing, but like quality of life, or anything that doesn't require just like editing a text box, it's too much. But thank you, Melvin Meister. I am very... New items are going to be added. I'm just saying that any existing things in the archive cannot be quote-unquote fixed or smoothed over or fine-tuned. I will be adding new items. It would be stupid for me to not do that. But I'm not changing... Like, I'm not going to try to make a statue of a Hylian vampire. I'm not going to try to reorganize a hall to be a different shape, or, like, bugs and stuff like that I can fix, but, like... if you're having a bug, please report it in the Discord. I can't process it right now. I cannot process bugs while I'm streaming. But yeah, I'm going back to Melvin Meister's comment. I am very proud of Mad God Passage and the Water Temple, so I'm glad people enjoy those. I need to make a new texture for the Doppel's face. At some point. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I will, since I have Create Get open, I'll very quickly look. Pretty sure it's in here. The Elden arrows are not, they don't have a display. That is an error on my part. I forgot to add a display for them. I will quickly do that. Yeah, I'm working on the fix for the... since I have it open, I'm just going to put it in the bug tracker right now. Elden arrows have no display. Working on it right now. Yeah, the Viridian Cog, I could have sworn I made that. I can check on that really quick. But it's such a minor thing, and the Locomo Sword's display is already so involved that it's not the end of the world if the Viridian Cog doesn't have a display. But the Elden weapons, the Elden arrows should have a display. I'll put them right here. Put them on the wall. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day. Quiver. There we go. That kind of balances out with the spear there. Okay, so let's look at this. Elden display 1. Okay, good. There's room in this. I'll just put the Elden arrow in this one. Elden arrow. We need ammo number 7. Elden arrow. Boom. Bada bing. And boop. And then this I need to set to enable parent to that guy. Boom. And then this needs to be disabled by default. Do not AVOC settle. And I need to update the message. Elden weapons display 1. Far left. Bow. Arrows. Boom. Done. We now have an Elden arrow display. Okay. I think that's going to be it for tonight. So thanks everybody for stopping by. I may or I will not be streaming next week. I'll just say that outright. I will not be streaming next week because I'm getting married on Saturday, and next week is our honeymoon. So I will not be streaming on Monday. I have other things going on. So, thank you. Thank you for the congratulations. Thank you for supporting the mod. If you are not part of the Discord, definitely check out the Discord, because that's where you can post ideas and bug reports that I can actually keep track of. Help with the wiki for the love of, I don't know, Kinnares, Talos, whichever divine you prefer. Please help with the wiki if you can. And that's all I got. So the next time I stream, I will be a married man. So thanks everybody. Have a good night. And yeah, have a good night.